I'm standing about 30 kilometers away from Mosul in a historical site called Nimrud. It's named after Nimrod, a great biblical king. His name is actually mentioned as early on as Genesis 10 in the Table of Nations. He's the son of the great-grandson of Noah, yes, of the ark. And I wanted to bring you here and give you a little bit of insight into what we're looking at. On our drive over here out of Kurdistan, we had to pass innumerable checkpoints. We drove along long stretches of road that had been hollowed out thanks to IEDs, all because we wanted to come here, the site of one of the most holiest and historically important places in all of Iraq. And all that's left of it now is rubble and dirt. Why? The Islamic State targeted this place particularly because it was un-Islamic, according to them. That is because of its Assyrian roots and ties to Judeo-Christian biblical history. On the way to Nimrud, we also saw several refugee camps for IDPs, internally displaced persons. They're people who were forced out of their homes because of the invasion of the Islamic State. They now live in little tents not too far from here. And while I'm on the ground here in Nimrud, I can't help but think thousands of years of Iraqi and Christian history have been turned to absolute rubble. But when I look at those refugee camps, I think while their history might be all but erased from this country, I'm interested in their future. If you also are interested in their future, I'd urge you to visit a website that we've set up at therebel.media. It's called SaveTheChristians.com. What we have there are two separate funds, two separate bank accounts, and if you feel called, I'd like to ask you to donate. One of the funds is to help in the cost to get us here, and the other one is just a part of our humanitarian mission while here. We came with 750 hampers to provide some food staples for people, Christians, within the refugee camps over here, and we have a next goal. One of $1 million. I know it sounds like a lot of money, but what we want to do is help raise some money where every single cent will go to Christians on the ground to help provide them with what they need the very most. So please, if you are interested in preserving the future of Christians within Iraq, a country where their own history dates back to the 1st century after Christ, their ancestors, many of whom actually learned about the faith from the apostles themselves, please visit SaveTheChristians.com. To help support our journalistic and humanitarian missions here on the ground in Iraq, go to SaveTheChristians.com.